The orbital ring shone like a crown around the blue world. It was owned by families who never touched dirt. They called themselves the elite. They lived above gravity. They ruled trade and law. They decided who belonged. Mara Ven belonged once. She married into the house of Kestrel. That was her mistake. They loved her mind. They hated her blood. Mara came from a deep colony. Low light, high pressure, manual labor. She learned early how systems fail. She learned how to fix them with what was left. The Kestrel smiled at her skills. They never stopped watching her hands. They counted how often she touched tools. They counted how often she questioned orders. When her child was born, the smiles ended. The boy cried loud, strong lungs, too strong for a ring-born infant. The doctors whispered. The elders decided. They called it genetic incompatibility. They called it social risk. They called it necessity. They expelled her, no trial. No appeal, one shuttle. One crate of supplies, 1 hour to leave. Her husband did not look at her. His mother signed the order. The shuttle launched toward the surface. No destination. Just a vector. Mara held her son. She named him Ivan. She promised him something simple. We will live. The shuttle fell through cloud. Heat screamed across the hull. The autopilot failed halfway down. Mara took manual control. She burned hard. She aimed for black stone. The volcano field was active. The maps were old. The elite never updated ground maps. The shuttle hit rock and skidded. Metal screamed. Fire flared. Then silence. Mara woke under red light. The hull was cracked. Air leaked slow. Ivan cried, alive. She laughed once. Then she worked. She sealed the hull with emergency foam. She pulled tools from the crate. She scanned the terrain. Basalt plains. Lava flows. Steam vents. No rescue would come. The elite never looked down. Mara found the lava tube by accident. A collapsed edge. A breath of warm air. She crawled inside with Ivan strapped to her chest. The tube ran deep. Smooth walls. Stable heat. She smiled. This could work. She cleared rubble. She mapped branches. She sealed vents. She built walls from stone. She turned the tube into a home. The heat kept them alive at night. The stone blocked storms. The tube echoed with her voice. She talked to Ivan as she worked. She taught him words early. Rock, heat, water, fix. Water was harder. She followed steam to a vent. She built condensers from shuttle parts. She waited. Drops formed. Then streams. She drank first. Then gave Ivan everything he needed. Weeks passed. Then months. The world outside moved slow. Mara moved fast. She found the sand eels on a scouting run. They burst from ash like living ropes. Fast, sharp. One lunged. She barely dodged. Later, she trapped one. The eel fought. It burned with internal heat. Mara studied it. She learned they lived near lava flows. They fed on minerals. Their flesh was dense. Food, she built traps. She learned timing. Sand eels fed them. She cooked meat over vents. She ground bone for tools. She used skin for binding. Nothing was wasted. Ivan grew strong. Stronger than ring children. Stronger than surface norms. He ran barefoot on hot stone. He laughed at ash storms. Mara taught him numbers. She taught him physics. She taught him anger, control. Never waste anger. Aim it. Years passed. The orbital ring forgot them. Trade ships passed overhead. Shadows crossed the ground. No one looked down until the quake. A deep mantle shift. Unexpected, the ring shook. Sections lost alignment. Panic spread among the elite. They sent drones. They sent probes. They saw Mara's heat signatures. They saw the tunnels. They saw life. They remembered her. The Kestrels called a council. They decided she was a liability. They decided to erase her. A strike drone launched. Mara saw it coming. She felt the vibration first. Then the sky scream. She moved fast. She sealed Ivan in the deep chamber. She armed old shuttle cells. She rigged vents. The drone fired into the tube mouth. Rock melted. Air burned. Mara waited. She lured it deeper. She opened vents. She closed others. Heat surged. Sensors failed. The drone crashed. She dismantled it. She smiled without joy. Now they knew she lived. They would come again. Ivan stood beside her, tall, calm. They will not stop, he said. She nodded. Then we do not hide, she said. They built. Mara turned the lava tubes into a network. She turned vents into engines. She turned pressure into power. She taught Ivan everything. Years more passed. The ring failed again. Worse this time. Structural collapse. Life support failing. The elite panicked. They sent emergency calls to the surface. No response. The old cum channels were dead. Except one, Mara answered. Her voice carried calm. She offered help. Conditions were simple. Open access. End caste law. End expulsion. The council laughed. Then oxygen dropped. Gravity failed. They begged. Mara waited. 1 minute, then she spoke again. One condition more. Public apology, they agreed. Mara activated the system she built. Geothermal towers rose from stone. Power surged upward. Stabilizers engaged. The ring steadied. Lives were saved. The elite watched feeds in silence. A woman and her son stood on black rock. Behind them, fire glowed. Mara spoke to the ring. You expelled me, she said. You thought survival was your right alone. You were wrong. We live because we adapt. We live because we work. We live because we do not waste people. Ivan stepped forward. We are human, he said. All of us. Even when you forget. The council dissolved that day. The ring opened. Surface and orbit merged. Mara never moved up. She liked the ground. She liked the heat. Others came down instead. They learned. They built. The lava tubes became cities. Sand eels became farms. Geothermal power fed worlds. The orbital elites ceased to exist. History recorded the truth. A mother was expelled. She made a home from fire. She fed her child from the earth. She saved those who cast her out. Humanity remembered. Never waste your own, asterisk.